Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing one of my favorite watches and one of the best values in high horology. This is the Vacheron Constantin Malte Perpetual Calendar Chronograph, a timepiece launched back in 2000, 39 millimeters in yellow gold by 13.8 millimeters thick, 47.2 millimeters from lug to lug, and then there's nice vintagey 19 millimeter spacing between those strong and striking Malte style lugs. The watch does feature a hunter case back as well as a sapphire display underneath that. It gives you basically everything you could want in a viable alternative to something like a Patek Philippe 5970. The watch wears so short across the wrist that I can recommend it as a unisex option. It is flat enough with a domed bezel that it'll slide underneath most dress cuffs, and it's appropriate for him or for her, as I consider this compact package to be a viable unisex option, and it wears beautifully on my wrist. I've always felt that yellow gold and rose gold need compact proportions and discreet detailing. Make it too large or too striking, and it becomes almost vulgar. This watch perfectly threads the needle between visual impact and elegance. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you can see the strap, which is a Vacheron factory piece, is a medium brown with a light contrasting tan stitch, large rectangular scale alligator leather matte finish. You can see it uses sheer cut sides showing the layers of leather, calfskin on the bottom. You can see this is a Vacheron factory strap in brand new condition. And then we have a simple no-nonsense yellow gold matching Maltese cross style pin buckle. You can see that the Malte style lugs actually echo the form of the Maltese cross, the symbol of the manufacturer. And while one could say Vacheron doesn't really have any enduring design, quite like the Patek 5196, 5711, the AP 15202, or the Omega Moonwatch, Vacheron's undying design legacy is built on striking lugs in many different forms, and this watch upholds that legacy. We have a crown that's slightly countersunk, so it sticks out less, Maltese cross outboard. We have shouldered rectangular chronograph pushers. We have a little bit of an instep from the case band to the bezel to visually pair the mass. Then there's a conical bezel leading up to a lip or gadroon that runs all the way around. The dial is a matte opaline, a very finely frosted silver with lovely polished dart-style applique hour indices. You can see polished chapter rings for the sub-registers, stepped apertures for the calendar system. We have Roman numeral 12 up at 12 o'clock and a little applique Maltese cross. We have an engraved moon phase disc, and then we have, of course, a set of broadsword hands that are half frosted, half polished for greater contrast. Outboard, you can see there is a black on silver calibration for reading the seconds and minutes, and then we have a red 60 up at the top of the dial, as well as corresponding red 60 and 30 at the top of the sub-registers. We have a coaxial date indicator over the moon phase, and this is a perpetual calendar with chronograph, so the watch has both. The perpetual calendar is programmed through the year 2100. It can deal with the leap years, it can deal with irregular length months. The chronograph is of a column wheel lateral clutch construction with an outstanding chronograph column wheel pusher feel. Flipping it over, you can see that, well, yes, we have the engraving on the case back, but we have more. Pop open the case back, and you can see it's polished inside and mirrored. You can use that surface for customization. And then we have caliber 1141 QP. It is based on the Lemania. Let me try to get closer. There we are. It's based on the Lemania 2310 that did business as the CH2770 and the Patek 5970, and then also in the 5070, the 3970, several Breguet watches, and of course as the Omega 321, this movement went to the moon. Vacheron makes significant upgrades. As you can see, the finishing is second to none. It's a traditional, aesthetically pleasing column wheel lateral clutch chrono. It beats weight 18,000 vibrations per hour. It's adjusted in a high horology standard 5 positions, all of it pivoting on 21 jewels at 18,000 vibrations per hour with an overcoil hairspring made by hand that allows the hairspring to breathe concentrically and keep even time in every physical position. The watch is 30 meters water resistant, but we really don't need to review that because you're not going to take this watch swimming. We have chamfered bridges as well as chamfered steel chronograph components, cote de Genève across the bridges, satination on top of the chronograph components, all screw heads black polished with chamfered slots and circumference manually, and satination across the wheels with engine turning on the base plate. This is as good as it gets. Reach out to Tim Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this reference 47112.